Looks like it's gonna rain again, ladies and gentlemen. It's been non-stop lately. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Don't know where you guys live, but here in Cairns we've been having a drenching. You know, it's constantly raining and then stopping, raining, stopping, raining every week. Especially where I live here, it's every night, every late night. In this video, I'm just gonna try and hopefully help some of you guys if you're into buying a new boat. I've had this boat since 2008, so it's about 16 years since I've had it, and it's done well. Never had any problems with it at all. And but as old age happens, rust is starting to come through. You know, it's inevitable for me with rust. You know, we can postpone it, but eventually it gets to all the cracks and crevices in the springs and nuts and cases, and eventually it starts to show signs of rust. And right now it's already showing signs of rust, and I have treated it and sorted most of the easy places to get. But then in this trailer, tailwater trailer, there it is, you guys can see there. I just don't understand some of how they build it like this, why they build it like this, because I've got a major problem. It's rusting from the inside of the galvanized beams, where I can't get to, I can't treat it, and now it's starting to spread all on the beams. You know, this problem I'm having could have been easily sorted, but yeah, it wasn't. So I'm just gonna show you guys. Just a heads up, a tip. So if you guys are ever into buying a new boat or looking around, you know, keep this in mind, because it will save you a lot in the long run. As for me, yeah, I got this problem, and I'm thinking, I can't stop the rust. So it's too rapid, and it's rusting from the inside of the beams out, and I can't treat inside the beam unless I have to cut it open. You know, cut these beams. I have to cut these beams to get into it. Which, what's the point of that, right? You're destroying the trailer. And I'm gonna eventually end up having to buy a new trailer now. So stay tuned, guys. I'm just gonna show you some things to avoid, which can save you lots in the long run. Because these trailers aren't cheap, eh? They're about, brand new one for size my one here, it's probably about 3-4 grand, maybe even 5 grand, depending if you go full alloy, which this one is not. This one is galvanized steel. So as old age comes, the galvanized chip off. If you take it down to roads where there's a lot of rocks and bouncing around, you know, off-road, the rocks bounce off the wheels and hits the galvanized steel, and takes chips off, and eventually it starts to rust. Yeah, so some of you guys would probably say, oh, just wash it better, or you know, you should have did this, it should have been that and do that. Well, yeah, okay, yeah, you can make that argument too. However, regardless of how good you can wash it, you know, you cannot possibly get the entire boat unless you've got like a pool of sanitizer solution where you can just back the trailer, dip it straight in like you would at a boat ramp, leave it in there for a few minutes, and then take it out. And that's where the solution can get everywhere in all the cracks and crevices, you know, because the thing is, that salt water is savage, man, and it gets into the cracks and it stays in there, it dries up and it crystallizes in there, and then that becomes hard to wash off, especially when you go to the boat ramp, dip your trailer in the water, you park it and then you leave for a whole day. You see, rust starts immediately there, stays in all the cracks, it dries up in there, and then at the end of the day you bring it home to wash. It's hard to get that salt crystallization off unless you actually get down there with something strong and powerful, a brush or something, scrub that salt off, you know. Even on the outboards, like when you on the outboards cover here, the cowling cover, I've got this I've got the Yamaha cover here, and even at a full day's use, salt builds up, gets dried up on here, and when you bring it home, you you spray it with soap, which for me I use the Salty Crew Captain soap, you know, the anti-soap. Spray it on and spray it off, and yet even when that happens, once it dries off, you can still see the salt crystallization still on there. So you still need to really scrub it with a cloth to get the salt off the cowling. So water alone is just not enough. And I use the Salty Captain spray gun there with a foam soap. Yeah, right here. Yeah, to wash the boat. There's a new one I bought. Use it for a long time, big one. It does a pretty good job compared to just use water. But like I said, it's the salt that cakes on up in the sun that's hard to get off. So you've got to really scrub it, and those are the ones that really cause problems, especially in all the cracks and crevices under the trailer, which I'm going to show you. So yeah, guys, some of these areas that I'm going to show you guys could have been easily avoided, but I don't know why. There might be a reason, but let me know what you guys think. You know, if what was the purpose of why they are like that anyway in the first place. Just gonna get under the trailer so I can show you. Alright, here we go. So the problem is, what I'm having here is this hole here, drainage, the center of the beam. You know, so it goes up there, beside the beam there, comes around the other side there. You got another third beam there, the trailer. Oh, second one there, and the third one all the way at the back there. They all got the exact same problem. You guys can see here, the rust is coming from inside this hole, this drainage hole, which I'm assuming is for drainage. See on the top here, you can see the hole here. Is it right there? So, you know, I flush it with the Salty Crew, spray it in here, let it go down and work its way into the beam. The beams also have a little gap here. I don't know why they left the gap here. It's welded on top on all sides, but then they left this little opening on the bottom. So when you dip the trailer into the water, salt gets in here through this beam, and then it will dry up and crystallize inside this beam. So that's the problem I'm having. I can't get inside this beam to scrub the salt or wash it properly, and eventually over time it rusts and bubbles through. Now it's on all three beams, that one, this one, and the one, like the last one, right down at the end here. So these are all the beams that go underwater. Yep, see, it's all coming through. It's all coming through inside the hole, and then it bubbles out. So you see how 2 years ago I have treated it. You see the old rust it used to spread. I've knocked it out with some I've knocked all the rust chips off, treated the rust, and then painted over it, and it has stopped it. It has prevented bubbling through. See, like these areas, see, it's completely neutralized. So, but then as you can see here, it's coming from underneath and it's bubbling underneath the rust treatment, underneath the paint. It's just a standard grade paint. I don't care if it looks a little bit funny. That's not the problem. The problem is I was trying to stop this rust from happening, and then it comes out, and now I'm in trouble. Eventually this rust will eat through and it will make this beam weak, and then what happens? You'll have to replace the whole trailer. See, everywhere else, the leaf springs, all this stuff, axles, wheels are all easily replaceable. You know, just nuts and bolts that come right off. Wheels are well greased, there's no rust inside. I've checked. Everything's easily replaceable. Rollers, these guys, easy. You know, all those nuts and bolts are easily replaceable, but this is the main problem. The beams, the main beams. And when that starts rusting through, you're gonna have to end up buying a new trailer. You can't replace it unless you have to cut it off. Yeah, that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Well, there you go, guys. That's the problem I'm having, unfortunately. Galvanized. See this one right at the top here, front. There's no drainage hole there, and it's not really dipped into water at the front. It has that gap there too, but not much rust is happening there. But for the other ones down here, the back of the boat that goes exposed to the salt water, it's all rusted. So I've got some of these little rock chips here on the side of the boat where I don't know if you guys can see it now. Get some light here for you guys. Yeah, there's some rock chips. It's chipped off the galvanized, and now it's starting to rust through. See, bubbles through. Yeah, but these are easily treatable. I'm not even concerned about this. I can just knock it off, do my normal rust treatment like I've done here in these areas here, and it will prevent it completely. Easy to work with. But it's this problem, this hole here, the drainage. See, it's bubbling from inside, and it comes out. I can't get inside to treat it. That's the thing. If I was able to get inside to treat it, then it will prevent this from happening. Can't, unfortunately. So it's starting to bubble back through, and eventually eat the beams up. Right at the top, you can see the drainage hole there. Yeah, obviously it has to be for drainage. That's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, what do you guys think? I think that's for drainage. There's no other reason for it. All right. Oh, starting to feel a bit dizzy. I have seen other trailers that are galvanized like this, but they don't have those drainage holes there like I've got here on my ones here. And this problem is completely prevented on those trailers. Yeah, no rust comes through. You know, you got rust on, you know, the usual nuts and bolts areas of these clamps, but they're easily replaceable. You know, take off easy. You know, wheel axles, bearings, they're easy to work with. But when you start having rust on your main beam here, oh, that's a problem. So save yourself some money, guys. If you ever into buying a new boat, new trailer, you can go the full alloy beam trailers and full aluminium, which obviously it's going to cost a bit more. That's if you you know, I understand that many people are you know, don't have that kind of money, financial problems and stuff like that, which everyone has, man. You know, with cost of living these days, it's crazy. Unless you're a millionaire, which I'm definitely not. Just normal body, just getting my way every day, doing everyday things like a normal person, and just trying to get by. The thing what I don't understand, guys, is why do they make it like this? I don't get it. They make the trailer when it's fully galvanized, right? So hot dipped. So I don't know why they leave that. I don't know why they leave this gap here under the beam. See the beams there? That's where it rusts. Follow right at the end. They leave this little gap here, which I don't know why they couldn't just move it up a little bit and water it, seal it off completely. See, but they leave that. So when you dip the boat in the trailer, this is on all the beams at the back. Water goes in there and it sits inside this beam and it crystallizes it, and it starts to work its way through the galvanized eventually, and then rust starts. See how it's starting to work its way here? You see the different color difference. Doesn't matter how good you wash it, eventually corrosion will eventually get to it. And then they put drainage holes there, and as you can see underneath, and that's the problem I'm getting. I just don't know why they just couldn't just weld it completely onto the beam and avoid this problem completely. And like I said before, there are trailers that they make out there. I've seen it that doesn't have that drainage hole and it's completely sealed. So that it's look for those guys if you're chasing galvanized. If you can't afford the aluminium trailers, full alloy trailers, I think. Yeah. But you know, I understand that you might not have access to anything like that. You know, where you live, you might not have aluminium trailers or whatever the case is. Just look at those trailers with those whole beams like I've got here, and try to avoid it if you can. But if you can't, oh well, just do your best cleaning it. Make sure you pay a lot of attention to those areas, because those are the areas that are going to destroy your trailer. Well, for me, in my case, there is no way to fix it because it's rusting from the inside out. Okay, that's the problem. Doesn't matter how good I've washed it, man. I've used so much solutions to get in there from the start, but old age comes wear and tear, and it gets its way. Feeling a bit dizzy, so I'm gonna take a sit down, looking upside down all the time. So that's the problem I'm having right there, guys. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think, why they build it like that, because I'm looking at it and I was like, when I started to notice the rust, I was just scratching my head like, what, you know, this could have been easily avoided. But some people would say, oh, then if they do it the way you do it and seal it off completely, it's going to cost more money because they'll have to you know, weld it more and do whatever more. But you buy marine stuff, man, it's always expensive. But now it's going to cost us more money. It's going to cost me more money to get the whole trailer replaced because of the rusting from inside out. I can't stop it. You know, anything that's rusting from the outside, I can treat it and bam, it's gone. Easy, no dramas like all the other ones. Yeah. Not that one. So that was that. You know, just a little tip for you guys. I know, take it with a grain of salt. You know, there can be a lot of factors involved as well. You know, you might not be financial issues. You might have other ways to sort out. If you do have ways to sort problems out like that without having to rush through that, and you've never had any problems, let me know so I can in the future do it myself as well, and hopefully avoid this problem with other trailers. So yeah, guys, hope you guys this video is just a bit of a self-awareness to help anyone who didn't know about it. You know, any tips good, guys. You know, any tip or ideas from anything, you know, keep it in mind, because one day you never know, it could save you a lot of money. But it came with a boat, and keep in mind, 2008, man, 16 years, so it's still in pretty good shape, I reckon. Yeah. Hope this helps, guys. So, in the future, when you're into it, you can avoid this problem like me too, because now I'm gonna have to buy a new trailer eventually. Yeah, all three beams have got the exact same problem. Everywhere else I've treated it and sorted out problems when the without any dramas, you know, wheel bearing, so on, easy fix. But that beam, guys, oh, what do you do? It's inevitable, can't stop it. All we can do is just use solutions and get spray solutions in there, the salty crew up there, up on the hole there that drips down into the beam, and just hope for the best that it cleans itself. But when it doesn't, you're gonna have the problem like me. Yeah, so just a short one, guys. I've been trying to do a lot of fishing lately on land-based, chasing barra. If you guys been wondering, I haven't been doing any good, you know. Been bashing it for about almost 3 weeks straight, doing the land-based headlands, chasing some beach barra, the big boys, but yeah, no luck with lures, obviously. I think I'm gonna have to switch to live bait soon when the tides are good again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little tip. Hope it helped you guys out. I know maybe some of you pros know this already, but for those who don't know, keep this in mind. It will probably save you a lot of money in the long run. Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up, guys, and till the next fishing video, hopefully. See you later. Bye bye. When it comes to marine stuff, guys, thousands and thousands of dollars. Oh well, it is what it is.